Okay. So, first of all, what is a tense? So, tense tells us the time of an action. So, what is a tense? Tense tells us the time of an action. So, by tense, we can understand when the action is happening, whether it is happening now or it has already happened in the past or whether it is going to happen in future. So, tense helps us to know the time of the action. So now tens are of three types, three basic types. So what are the three basic types of tenses? Present, past, and future. So please write it down. So there are three basic types of tense. What are those? Present, past, and future. So first of all, what is a tense? Tense tells us the time of an action. Okay. So tense tells us the time of an action. So whether the action is happening now or it has already happened in the past or it will happen in future. So tense tells us the time of an action. So there are three types of tenses. What are the three types? Present, past, and future. These are the three types of tenses. Now, these are the basic three types of tenses. So under this, we also have four categories. So there are total 12 types in detail, which we will learn in future. So first to start with, there are three basic types of tenses, which are present, past, and future. So now, let's start from present tense. What is a present tense? So present tense is when we do some action regularly or when it is our like everyday habit or some action which is happening now, we use a present tense. So what, like if any action happens regularly or if it is our everyday habit or this action is happening now, we use a present tense for the same. So now in present tense, there is a small rule. What is the small rule of this simple present tense? So now first we are learning simple present tense. So what is the easy rule of the simple present tense? If our subject is singular, then we need to add a s or es with the word. So we always have to remember if our subject is singular, then we need to add a s or es with the word. So how we will do that? Like for example, if I am saying Ram goes to school. So in this sentence, who is the subject? So in this sentence, Ram is the subject. Who is the subject in this sentence? Ram is the subject. So Ram is the subject. Okay, Ram is the subject. So I'm just writing here Ram. Ram is the subject. Now see, Ram is only one person. Ram is a singular number. So as Ram is a singular number, so with the word which is go, I have added this es. So Ram goes to school. But if in the same sentence, if I'm just writing, instead of Ram goes to school, if I am writing they, it will become go to school because go, they is a plural number. Now what I have written here? I have written here they. So they is a plural number. So we can see here what is there? They. So they is a plural number. So with a plural number, see, I have not added any s or es. This is only the rule of simple present tense. So if the subject is singular, we need to add a s or es with the verb. If the subject is plural, then we are not going to add any s or es with the verb. And when do we use a simple present? We use a simple present when we are doing some action regularly or every day. Now, this is about simple present tense. Now, after this, what is the next tense? That is simple past tense. So now, simple past tense means when some action has already happened in the past, has already happened in the past. So what you can see in the past tense, you will find all these terms generally like yesterday, you will find last year, or you will find last week. All these things you will find in this uh, simple past. So how do we do simple past? There are two types of simple past generally. One is a regular and one is a irregular. Okay. So what is a regular? In regular, we add a D or ED with my word to make it a past tense. Like the help will become helped. Okay. And if I am doing bake, bake will become baked. Okay. So now, if I'm talking about irregular, in irregular, the word gets completely changed. Okay. The word will get completely changed. So now how will it will become? Like come will become came. Go will become went. Okay. So after this, I can share a list of irregular verb with you where the verb gets completely changed in the past tense. So now this is about simple past. There is no rule for singular and plural in simple past. Whatever is the subject, we just have to add a D or ED if it is a regular one to make it a past, or if it is an irregular word, we need to just change it completely. So like for example, if my sentence is he goes to school, which is in simple present, so which is in simple present, I can just change it to he went to school in simple past. So that is my way of changing from simple present to simple past. So simple past when has action has already happened. I have written it here. Spelling is wrong, so I'm just making it correct here. So when an action has already happened in the past, like yesterday, last year, last week. In regular past tense, we need to add D or ED, and in irregular, the verb gets completely changed. I will share a list of irregular verb with you after I finish it. So then let's talk about the future tense. Now, what is a future tense? So a simple future tense is like when some action will happen in future. Okay. So like for example, Ram will go to school. Okay. So we can see we have to add a will or a shall. Generally nowadays we don't add shall, but generally we need to add a will or shall with my word to make it a future tense. So it is very easy, nothing difficult. We just need to add a will or shall with the verb in future tense. So if it is a present tense is given, it is very easy to change from present to future. How we generally do it? We just need to add a will or shall with the verb, and it will be changed to present to future. Okay, it will be changed from present to future. Like for example, if my sentence is saying like Ram goes to school, and this sentence is in simple present. Okay, so simple present. And if I need to change this sentence to simple future, how will I write? Ram will go to school. And that is it. So then it will be changed to simple future. So as easy as that. So what we have learned? We have learned about three types of tenses, three basic types of tenses. Simple present, simple past, and simple future. And what are those tenses? These are the three basic types of tenses. Why do we need a tense? We need a tense to identify when the action has happened, to understand the time of an action, to understand the time of the action. So in a sentence, if you have a word or an action word, to understand the time of an action, we need a tense. And there are three basic types of tenses which we have learned today. So I hope you have understood three basic types of tenses. Okay.